to tell a story. If you're going to be successful at a direct selling business, you need to learn stories. You're going to learn other people's stories. So when you're brand new, you don't have any stories. So you need to read the magazines, you need to read the websites, you need to be on all the conference calls, you need to take notes, put them in a notebook, you need to learn some stories. The more stories you learn, the more people you're going to relate to. Find out about the doctors, find out about the financial planners, find out about the stay-at-home moms, find out the people who just lost their job, find out about the people that had health challenges, find out the people that love the product. Get a sense of the stories. Again, the more people you can relate to, the more successful you'll be. Now, as you're learning a story, you want to know a story. And there's a difference. You learn a story by hearing about it, recording it. Knowing a story puts you in a position that you get it. So either you have a story, you personally know this story, or you know the people involved. You can tell it, you don't need paper, you don't need to remember, it's in your mind. So you want to learn a story, but you want to know a story so well that you're comfortable with it. And then the last part is you want to tell a story. You want to not only know it, but tell it to other people. The more often you repeat other people's stories, the more successful you're going to be. We are well-paid storytellers. We're in the business to tell other people's stories, truthful stories. Stories about the product, stories about the business, stories about the income, stories about the lifestyle. Give people a sense of what's happening. No different than watching a commercial on television, a documentary on TV, an expose on a news program. They're all telling different versions of stories. We do the same thing in the direct selling business. So learn a story, know a story, tell a story. And lastly, you need to have a story. The having a story eventually becomes a story you want to tell over and over again. So again, at the beginning, you don't have a story, you just joined. The only story you have is the reason you joined was X, Y, and Z. In a couple of weeks, you can say the reason I joined was X, Y, and Z. I shared the story with a few people and signed up a couple, and they signed up a couple, and now I'm generating income. 1 or 2 months from now, you can say, hey, the reason I joined was because of X, Y, and Z. I signed up a couple of people that have signed up dozens of people, eventually hundreds of people. It's generated thousands of dollars in business volume for the company, and I'm earning a monthly check. I'm excited about it. It's replacing my car payments, my house payments. I'm able to have a little extra spending money. That becomes your story. If we go back to some segments about exposure is everything, if you talk to a lot of people in a short period of time, you'll have a more compelling story. The more compelling your story is, the more likely people are to follow you. So remember, learn a story when you don't have one. Know a story so you can get comfortable with it. Tell a story, a true story about people you know, what's happening to you, and do that over and over again. And success in this business will be predictable, not only inevitable. I look forward to hearing your story quite soon.